Why did God give me this life?
He will slump anyone in any relationship for $1. He's a monster.
Yeah, Beyonce's on. She's been on them for a long time, and you keep her that way.
The older I get, the more confused I am.
Jay-Z's world is falling apart right in front of his eyes, and Beyonce doesn't plan on sticking around to see how it goes. Turns out fame couldn't hide the cracks in their relationship forever, and Jay-Z's dark past is finally catching up with him. The worst part? There's nothing he can do about it. The rumor mill has been going crazy over Hollywood's favorite couple, as word around the street is that Beyonce is tired of Jay-Z and wants out of their marriage for good. This is because of all the crazy stuff that's been happening around Jay-Z ever since his ex-buddy Diddy got exposed. Knowing Jay-Z, he's done everything he can to avoid attention coming his way, and that's been working for him. Or should I say, was working for him. Because now the drama keeps coming right back to his doorstep. And word on the street is that he's the next big name to get exposed for all the darkness he allegedly has been up to the past years. Not just because he and Diddy have been friends for years, but also because Diddy has allegedly been going out of his way to snitch on Jay. Because Jay-Z had turned his back on him when he needed him the most. I've always suspected at Jay-Z as being a part of the elite, and he would do anything to maintain that status, including walking on friends. However, #karma is coming for his ass, and he knows it. As for where Beyonce falls into all of this, well, her downfall isn't coming just yet. However, everyone seems to think that she doesn't plan on staying around Jay-Z long enough to find out who wins the battle between him and Diddy. Apparently, she's been planning on getting a divorce for a while now, and this whole scandal has given her her biggest reason yet, and she's pushing on with the divorce real fast. This is coming after years of Jay-Z cheating, publicly humiliating, and controlling her time and time again. If we were to go back to the very start, the very first cheating allegation against Jay-Z came barely a few years after he and Beyoncé had gotten together. Back then, there were rumors of Jay-Z getting together with a former model, Olivia McFowler, who goes by the rap name Yes Liv Can. Although there was no concrete evidence to support this claim, no one ever doubted it because Liv admitted to everything we all wanted to know.
For the most part, Jay hit me on some, I will reach you when I'm in town.
He wanted you to be his girl Friday.
He wanted me to be his girl when he's in town.
Not only did Liv openly admit that Jay-Z was hitting on her even though he was dating Beyonce, but she also made an entire song about it titled Sorry Ms. Carter. From the song, she made it pretty clear that she and Jay-Z's relationship never got far enough for them to get intimate with each other. But that wasn't because they didn't want to, because from the way she sounded, Jay-Z definitely wanted to. According to her, they didn't go that far because she had way too much respect for Beyonce as a woman and an artist to get with her man. But then she didn't deny the fact that there were feelings involved on both her and Jay-Z's ends, and that their relationship had the potential of turning into something different. But it didn't. He could be himself with me and he digged that shit. Us two attracted like some magnets and us crossing paths was no accident. When I stepped out his life, I took a piece of his heart. I know he still closed his eyes and see me in the dark. Crazy enough, Beyonce, who never responds to any allegation ever, actually sent Liv a response. Even though it was an indirect response, she sent it through her song Resentment. I know she was attractive, but I was here first. Been riding with you for 6 years. Why did I deserve to be treated this way by you? I know you're probably thinking, what's up with B? But look what you've done to me now. I gotta look at her in her eyes and see she's had half of me. How could you lie? Without even listening to the song, you can see the pain in Beyonce's heart and hear how hurt she sounds. You think Jay-Z would actually take a hint and stop hurting her. But no, he didn't. If anything, he hurt her even more. Barely a year after dealing with the whole Liv drama, Jay and B's relationship was put in the spotlight again. And if you haven't already guessed it, yes, it was for cheating allegations again. Following the 2014 Met Gala after party, Solange and Jay-Z got into a heated argument. From the clips available on the incident, Solange could be seen physically attacking Jay-Z while they were in an elevator. Apparently, Jay-Z had cheated on Beyoncé with the lady Beyoncé referred to as Becky with the good hair, and Solange went full-on psycho on him. Even though they were able to settle the drama from back then, Jay-Z and Beyoncé's marriage has only continued to go downhill. Things between them have gotten so bad right now that they've been separated for months and no longer live in the same house. With everything Beyonce has been through, you might be wondering, why didn't she leave sooner? It's obvious that she's been taken for granted in their marriage, so why is she still there? Well, at first, she couldn't leave because Jay Z wouldn't let her. He's been controlling her for almost as long as they've been together, with him even going as far as pumping drugs into her system just so she would remain under his control.
Yeah, Beyonce's on drugs. She's been on them for a long time, and you keep her that way.
This is very obvious with the way Beyonce acts in public. Ever notice that she barely makes any public appearances? And when she does, 8 out of 10 times she looks out of it, like she doesn't even know how she got to where she is. She's always confused and has this lost look on her face. Apparently, Jay Z does this to keep Beyonce on a tight leash so she doesn't mess up with what they have going on. And by this, I mean their alleged arranged marriage. Apparently, their relationship didn't start with love at first sight and was more of a deal. Or should I say a business proposal that was made so Jay Z could get to the top of the hip-hop mountain and gain full control over the industry. This shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone. After all, Jay Z is known as a ruthless businessman who is willing to use anyone and everyone to get what he wants. This whole allegation is a bit ironic when you think about it, because Jay Z has been friends with people like Diddy and R. Kelly, who quote-unquote specialize in controlling people and forcing them to do things they don't want to do. And we all know what they say about birds of the same feather. So who's to say that Jay Z isn't worse than these men? Let's face it, Jay Z can't be close friends with people who have done really dark things like Diddy and R. Kelly and not claim to have at least known all that they've been doing behind closed doors. And in cases like this, silence is just as bad as the actual crime. You can't tell me Jay didn't see a 14-year-old girl come into the studio and sit on R. Kelly's lap. You gonna tell me he didn't see no 14-year-old girl come into the vicinity? The only thing worse than silence in this case is Jay Z participating in the same acts as these guys. Crazy enough, this seems to be the case with the amount of skeletons that have been dug up from Jay Z's closet courtesy of Diddy. Yeah, apparently Diddy was the one who spilled all the information about Jay and Beyonce's arranged marriage and Jay drugging Beyonce. And rumor has it that there's much more juice from where that came from. Because if there's one thing that the elites of the hip-hop industry hate, it's betrayal. And this seems to be Jay-Z's specialty. He did it to R. Kelly after he got exposed, and he's doing the same thing to Diddy. But unlike R. Kelly, Diddy knows a lot of Jay-Z's secrets and is willing to spill it all to make sure that he doesn't go down alone. All of these might just be unsubstantial rumors, but there's always a bit of truth in every rumor. As for Beyonce, she's already gotten wind of this long before anyone else, and she's not about to pass on the opportunity of using it to leave Jay-Z for good. If not for anything, but because no one knows how deep Jay-Z is in his world of crime. And fear is one of the biggest motivators anyone can have, including Beyonce. Because this might be the only chance she's ever gonna get to leave.